first of all, I don't think I'm speaking on behalf of the Liberal Democrats. I'm actually speaking on behalf of the people of St Helier and the people of the London Borough of Stockton. When I woke up early this morning and I heard the rain coming down, I did think that perhaps today it was just going to be Jeff, Martin, Keith, Paul and myself who were marching on the hospital. Well, I'm very pleased that I was wrong, and we've got literally hundreds and thousands of people here today. And what you're here for today is to make sure that the hospital just 50 yards, 20 yards away from us is still there in a few years' time. Now, my children were born at the hospital, so I have a certain amount of interest in what happens there, and a very good service there we got, very good care we got when we were there from the nurses, from the midwives at the hospital, and I want that service to be there in years to come so that other people can benefit from that service.
Hear, hear.
I've also, like many of you I suspect, made use of the accident and emergency unit. Unfortunately, as you'll know, when you've got children, things go wrong, and they don't go wrong conveniently at a convenient time of the day, midday. They normally go wrong in the middle of the night, and that's when you need an accident and emergency unit that is close by. You're under a lot of pressure, you're worried, and you want to get them there as quickly as you can. Now, in the introductory speech, it was said that what we want is the managers over there to hear what we're saying. Well, I suspect they're probably still tucked up in bed, but they'll read about it in the papers next week. But I think that the real issue is that, in fact, it's no longer the managers at the trust who are going to be making this decision. They may have plans about what might happen at Epsom Hospital, at St Helier Hospital or Sutton Hospital, but in practice, it's now the Secretary of State, Patricia Hewitt, who has made it... She has made it very clear that because, according to her, the NHS in London has overspent by £150 million, that all trusts in London are going to have to help identify those savings. So I think to a great extent the decision has been taken out of the hands of those people there and is now well and truly in Patricia Hewitt and the London Strategic Health Authority's court. They're the ones that are going to decide. Now, we already know that there have been bed closures. We know that beds have been closed and then they've had to be reopened at the weekend because they couldn't cope with the volume of people coming into the accident and emergency. We know that emergency measures are being taken, that patients are being offered sandwiches for their lunch instead of a hot meal. I think that's just the beginning of the sorts of cuts we're going to see at this hospital and other local hospitals. So I'm very pleased that you've been able to join us today, and I think we have sent the strongest message possible, both to the Epsom and St Helier Trust, the people running the Better Healthcare Closer to Home project, and most important of all, the London Strategic Health Authority and Patricia Hewitt, that there should be no more cuts and no more closures. Save St Helier, well, we've still got the time, it's still there, but will it still be there in a year's time? It's up to all of us to make sure it is. So thank you for joining our campaign.
A huge turnout this morning, and that's in spite of the abysmal weather. People are out in great numbers to say, we want to keep St Helier Hospital, we're going to fight its closure. People need this hospital, it's right here at the heart of the community, we're going to fight to keep it.